So today now we're going to talk, with the time that we have left, we're going to talk about some flowers. And Miss Vanessa has been kind enough to put these flowers on the screen for you. So you won't see me for a little bit. I'm not sure if she's going to split screen or not. But there are 3 flowers that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the beautiful pansy. I think pansies have like little faces on them. Can anyone see the little face on the pansy? They're so pretty. And if anyone's seen the movie Alice in Wonderland, she talks about pansies in her movie. Another beautiful flower is the geranium. And the geranium is a flower that you will find everywhere. Sometimes it's just growing in the street or in the park. You've probably seen it. It comes in many, many different colors. And sometimes it comes with double flowers. Oh, thank you, Ali, for liking my art. How sweet. I do see your comments, everybody. I just want you to know I do see them, and we will talk at the end. But geraniums are made up of lots of little flowers all together. So they're not one big flower like the pansy, but they're made of many flowers in one area. And yes, Chloe, they are so beautiful. Yes, Diana. Then we have calendula. Now, calendula flower is very special also because we actually get medicine and cream from calendulas. Calendula cream is very good for your skin, and it's a beautiful flower and a nice flower to paint. Maybe Miss Ali and Miss Vanessa might do some flower paintings with you soon. But the calendula is something that is medicinal, and it also is something you can eat. So you can take all of the petals. In fact, all 3 of these flowers, you can eat them. How amazing is that? You can put them in your salad. So if you want to make your salad have more color, because you know me, I want more color on everything, you can take the petals and you can put them in your salad and you can eat them, and they're healthy and good for you. So that is so fun. But what I'm going to tell you today, we're going to look at the colors that we see in these flowers, and I am going to share with you the colors that I see in these flowers. And you can look to see if you can see them too, all right? So we'll start with the pansy, Miss Vanessa, please.
Yes, we'll start with the pansy. Here we go. Let's so everyone, you can definitely write in the chat what kind of colors you see in this. And then Concetta will share her vision and how she sees these beautiful flowers, everyone.
What a great idea. Thank you so much. Yes, I'd love to see some colors that you see, everybody who's here with us today. Please start to type some of the colors. And yes, yellow, of course. It's a lot of beautiful yellow there. And orange, yes, I see that too. Any more? Can we see other color? Purple, yes, I see purple. From Harvey. White, yes. You know, white is all colors. That's what Miss Vanessa was trying to tell you today when she showed you the color chart. When she overlapped all the colors and in the middle, it came up with white. She's talking about light, okay? When you saw it turn to black, she's talking about actually mixing colors. But when you blend all the colors together with light, they turn to white. Ah, yes, somebody's really seeing it. They're saying dark purple and dark and light purple, and they're saying green, and yes, there is. Okay, so I'm going to tell you now, because we've got 2 other flowers that I want to look at, but I'm going to tell you what I see, and you can listen to what I see, okay? We can keep that up on the screen, Miss Vanessa. I think that would be a good idea, and I will point out what I can see. They can listen. Okay, so everybody said they saw purple or light purple or dark purple. But let me tell you, for me, for your, what I'm called the color queen, by the way. They call me the color queen. That's my little pet name because I see so many colors. But I see a dark blue violet. I see red violet. I see light and dark blue violet. I see magenta. I see pink. And this is just in the violet and pink areas. I see a rusty purple. I see a blue violet purple. I see a rose pink. I see an orange pink. I see a light, almost like a mushroom yellow pink. I see probably in the one petal that's folded over where you can see a dark purple, I can see light blues in there. I can see violet grays. I can see other purples that have orange in them and pink. I can probably see 100 different shades of purple and gray and white and pink just in that one leaf, that one petal that's turned over that has dark purple. Let's look at the very center of the pansy. Somebody said they could see green. Okay, yes, it is a little bit turquoise, but I'm going to tell you the colors that I can see. All right, it has a light blue, it has a dark turquoise, it has a lime green, it has a leaf green, it has a pale emerald, it has a brownish green, it has a sort of a lemon green. And if you can't see the green at all, is that from James? Hi, James. You said you can't see the green. You should ask me later. It's possible that maybe you're seeing color a little bit differently from everyone else. And you can always ask the doctors who do color vision about that. So let's move to the yellow, because we have a couple more flowers and we want to have time to look at them all. If we move to the yellow part of the flower, it's not just yellow. It's lemon yellow. It's bright sunlight yellow. It's a dirty orange yellow. It's a yellow ochre. It's corn colored yellow. It's bright yellow. It's light yellow. It's dark yellow. It's muddy yellow. It's green yellow. There's so many yellows. There's orange yellow. There's every kind of yellow. On this flower, there's probably hundreds of different colors of yellow that I can see in the yellow part of this flower. And what looks like black on this flower is really very, very dark red, brown. It has magenta. It has like a dark wine burgundy purple color. It has an alizarin red color. It has a violet brown color. Again, even in the darks, there are a myriad of colors just in this flower. So I would say in this one flower alone, if I was to name the colors, I could see probably 500 different colors. If I really started to separate out every little piece of color that I can see on this flower, I would see hundreds and hundreds of colors in this flower. So, Miss Vanessa, let's look at the red flower, the one that everybody thinks is red. Okay. First of all, there are many different colors of red. And don't be one of the people that says, oh, that's red, and then they see a dark red. Oh, that's red, and then they see an orange red. Oh, that's red. Every red is different, and there are hundreds and hundreds and thousands of different colors of red, okay? Sometimes when I'm out, I see people trying to match their shoes to their dress, to their lipstick, to their nail polish, and I laugh because nothing matches, and they think that it matches, and all the reds that they're wearing are totally different to me. So this one, yes, there's a lot of red here. We see a very, very, very bright orange scarlet red. There's also some dark reds in the shadows, but if you look carefully, they actually turn into almost like a violet brown, okay, in the shadow of this flower. And in the centers, there's a pale lemony green, very, very, very pale, as well as a very dark plum purple brown, as well as violet browns in there in the shadows. On the tips and running around the edges of the flowers, I also see color. It's almost holographic because of the way the light hits the flower. And I see sometimes like a dark, almost like an emerald, sort of emeraldy green, purple, like a halo running around the edge of the, and I can also see lighter violets in the highlighted areas. So nature is very clever, and she puts different complementary colors. Yes, Ivy, walnut brown. I love your name. It's a beautiful name. Candy apple red. Lovely names. I love that. And nature is clever because she puts a lot of complementary colors. So when you see reds, you're going to see some green or some graying, because when you mix red and green together, it creates a vibrational intensity when they're placed next to each other. But when they're mixed, it creates what we call a gray. And nature is very clever. She uses complements in color all the time. So we see so many colors. And if I was to paint this flower, I would be using hundreds of colors to paint this one, what most people would think of as red flowers. And I'm hoping, children, today you can see that by looking more closely at a flower, you can see many, many more colors than you thought you could when you first looked. Okay, we're going to just talk about the calendula very quickly, and then we're going to have 5 minutes worth of questions, if that's okay, Miss Annie. I hope that's good for you. And
so we're just going to have a bit of questions, and then afterwards we will have a little short game for all the students.
That sounds very fun. I see many colors here. Of course, in the orange of the leaves, you can see it goes from darker. There's red orange, there's pink orange, there's mandarin orange, there's kumquat orange, there's pale yellow orange, there's like a lime yellow in there. There is so many, yes, yellow orange, there's so many, there's a brown orange, there's yellow ochre, there is a sort of a sepia orange, there is a sort of a warm pink orange in there. There's so many different oranges. And then if you go into the middle, and so in the middle of the flower, we can see emerald green, we can see blue green, we can see purple, we can see lime green, we can see yellow green, we can see leaf green, we can see light green, we can see every kind of shade of turquoise and every kind of green that I could possibly see. Pumpkin orange, I love that one. Yes, I love that color. But as you can see, who would like to take a guess how many orange colors you can see in this flower? 69, that's not a bad guess. 50, yes. I think there's even more than that. I think there's hundreds. Hundreds. If we were to break this orange flower into every little separate piece of orange that we could see, there would be hundreds of oranges. Okay, Vanessa and Annie, I hope that we had a good lesson with these flowers today, and seeing how much more color we can really see in our world, because it really is there.
Yes, thank you for sharing your story and sharing how you see the world. Flowers are a very good example because of how beautiful they are and how colorful they are.
Very colorful.
Yeah. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to put it in the chat below. We'll have a 5-minute Q&A session with Concetta, and then we're going to play a really fun game with your artworks, with your impressionist artworks, and then we will show Concetta some of your paintings as well from last week.
Oh, that sounds so good. Thank you so much. I'm very excited.
Yeah, so we have some questions.
What color is amber? It's interesting when we start to talk about colors. To me, amber is a brown or sort of a golden. It's the color of honey, I guess. But really, amber is just not one color. There are different shades of amber, and it depends on the light. Is it going to be a little darker, a little brown? It could be very pale yellow. So amber can be anywhere in that range, okay? But basically, if you look at honey and the different colors of honey in different bees, you will see beautiful colors of amber. What other question? Does anyone have a question about my, well, let's, instead of just asking what color is a certain color, let's ask something a little bit more, because we did just talk about color. Hold on. So yes, my eyes are like the mantis shrimp. Whoever just said that. That is absolutely true. Who knows other animals that have the same vision that I have? I'm a human that has vision like animals. I have butterflies have it. reindeers, like Arctic reindeers have tetrachromacy. There are some cichlid fish that have tetrachromacy. There are many. What is it like when you draw? Here's an interesting thing. I don't draw the way that you would think. I don't sketch my paintings. I go in and I put just big shapes, and maybe one day Miss Vanessa and Annie will have me painting on your show. I would
be exciting.
How I paint. But I use just shapes and colors and values, and it's just a process of laying different colors, different shapes over the top of each other in sections to create the illusions that I create. So I never sketch my paintings ever. They all just made with color and value. How many pictures have you painted? Oh boy. Well, I've sold over 1,000 and I've made thousands more. So I would guess, I'm going to guess 5,000 paintings, maybe. Okay, that's a guess. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. So yeah, I paint paintings very fast. Okay, which is my favorite? Which is my favorite painting? Well, my favorite painting is not here right now, but see the peacocks up here? I love my peacocks. I call this one tetrachromacy peacock because of the colors, and I call this one over here the blue peacock. But if you go to my website, Concetta Antico, actually I've got a new website coming up, so you may not see it on the Concetta Antico website right now. So give it about 1 week, and I've got a new website going up, Concetta Antico Gallery, and there you will see all my paintings in about a week, and you can see a painting called Butterfly, Bluebells, and a Rainbow, and that is one of my favorite paintings of mine. What animal do I love to paint? Oh, I love to paint peacocks, but I don't know, that's a bird, all right? So I like to paint birds. I did paint this crab. Can you see my crab over here? And if you could see my crab up close, see if I can get it for you, so you can see it a little bit closer than it is. If you look at my crab, you will see that it has a lot of colors in it too. It has purple and blue around the claws, and many different oranges. So it has hundreds of colors, but there's a lot of blue. And yes, it looks real, thank you. And yes, I can see a lot of color in that. You can see that there's blue on the claws and green, and there's green and blue, because it was really there in that particular crab picture. What other questions might you have? How could we improve our paintings? That's a very good question. I think if you pay more attention to the detail in your paintings and you pay more attention to the colors that you see, because the more colors that you see and the more description that you put of color in your paintings, the more artistic, more painterly, we call it painterly, artists say that, the more professional and more painterly your paintings will look. Yeah, that's a very good question. Anybody else?
Right. Well, thank you, Concetta. That is amazing. Guys, you guys have a lot of questions. Thank you for answering those questions.
Yeah, no, you don't need expensive equipment to paint. You only need brushes and paint and something to paint on. Yeah.
All right, so guys, let's play a little game, okay? So I'm going to put this on my screen really quickly.